Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How you guys doing today? And if you're new here, welcome. My name is Bukola Debayo, and on this channel I discuss everything lifestyle, navigation, motivation tips, and anything that really crosses my mind really. So today I want to talk about farming in Nigeria. You heard right, farming in Nigeria. So over the weekend, I took a trip down to my hometown to check out our farmland in our hometown. And this is me in traffic because I always think that interstate there will be no traffic like Lagos. But of course, we experienced a bit of traffic and well, basically that's just it. It wasn't too much to handle. Another thing that pissed me off on the trip was the fact that we had to stop on the way to get fuel. Guys, he wasn't funny. We were there for like 15 minutes where the driver was trying to get fuel. And if you see the tiny seats that I paid a whooping 2K for, very tiny seats, but then thank God for journey mercies, I was able to get to my destination in good time, but my back and my butt were in chaos because I was not comfortable at all. But because I needed to get to where I was going as soon as possible, I took the next available bus. So guys, this is we're on our way into the farmland. The first thing is, my dad knows how much I love agbalumo, so it was taking me to a farm to get agbalumo. But unfortunately, when we got to that farm, it had been burnt down. I think they're trying to cultivate stuff on it, so it had been burnt down. But then at the end of the day, we're able to pick out some agbalumo from the burnt farmland, as you can see. And trust me guys, this agbalumo were sweet, very sweet. And then we advanced inside the same farm. That's my dad cutting out some bark of tree for, I don't know, something medicinal. I think it's malaria. I think it's for malaria. Yeah, according to him, this is for malaria. And I think when they cook it, I don't know what else they need to add, but I didn't really ask. He mentioned the name, but guys, I'm sorry, I forgot. Anyway, so that was the end of our trip in the agbalumo farm. So guys, from there we advanced to our cassava farm. But one of the things that I saw on our way to the cassava farm was really shocking, and I think the government really should do something about this cattle herdsmen. Honestly, on our way we saw some cows being herded by their herders. And this is the first time since I've been hearing cattle herdsmen that I've come face to face with the reality of what they can do and the damage that it can cause to farmers' crops. Maybe because I'm visiting my farm for the first time. Like guys, this cows, on our way I was still telling my dad that so thank God that they did not even enter your farm, they are going their way. By the time we branched and entered the farm, we realized that they are trumped on the vegetable, totally crushed the vegetables, and they become waste. And the pineapples had been cut off by these guys. I don't know, maybe not it they use cut them, but these are the things that farmers talk about when it comes to cattle herdsmen. Like honestly, the government has to do something about it. People cannot spend money on farmland and then they will not have your cattle coming to destroy everything that they have put on the farmland. Okay, also when we got to the farmland, my father showed me some part of the farmland that had been destroyed or is being cleared out by the government for a cargo airport that they are building in Ogun State. Now it's interesting that a cargo airplane is being built in Ogun State, but I feel that people should be compensated when their land is taken. I don't think there's been any form of compensation, but I think people should be compensated. And when farmers already have things planted on these farmlands, it doesn't take government anything to say, come and see if you can harvest some of the things you already have planted. It's not like you just enter this place and then you destroy everything. So the money, time, and all the things they've invested into the farmland becomes a waste. It is really unfair because all the money that's been invested into this pineapple plantation is a waste now, because you've come and then you've used your tractors and trailers to clear everything out, and the farmers have nothing to gain. Anyways, it's really unfortunate, but I think the government needs to do better. If there's something they can still take away from that farm, I mean, let them take it and then use it for what you want to use it for. Well, what do I know? Anyways, this is our cassava plantation, and this is what cassava looks like before it's been harvested. And unfortunately, I got there late. If not, I'd have seen how they were felling the trees. I mean, I don't know if I should call this a tree. Anyways, but these are, you know, the harvesters. And so basically what they do is they fell the trees, and they will take off the stem, the remaining stem of the tree, of the cassava tree that is in the ground. They take it off, and then that's where they get the root crop cassava. They take it off the ground, and then they start cutting. As you can see what this man is doing here, they start taking out, you know, the real cassava from the stem. And after they take it out, they just throw away the shaft. As you guys can see, this is not a, it's not, I don't even know how to put it. This is really, really, really hard work. I mean, and I don't know if you guys have noticed how hot Ogun State is. I don't know, like for a state that is so close to Lagos, I don't know how it is so hot in Ogun State. It is extremely hot in that state, very hot. Anyways, enough of the weather or climate, but here it is. You know, this is the harvesting. Like I said, I just thought to show you guys to see, because I'm seeing it for the first time. So I am so excited to also share it with you, because I don't know, I've not seen this before, like firsthand. I've never seen how cassava is harvested. In fact, I don't think I know how any crop is harvested. But today I learned how cassava is harvested, and I thought, why not share it with my beautiful people on YouTube, so that you guys can also see how cassava is harvested. So cassava is a root crop, and it is a very it has varieties of byproducts. You can get a lot from cassava. You can get gari from cassava, you can get the fufu from cassava, you can get cocoa gari from cassava, you can get gari lebu from cassava, you can get starch. You know, there's a starch that they eat, there's a starch that they use in your that we use to starch our clothes. What else can you get? I hear that the white amala is also gotten from cassava. I mean, and also the cassava peel I hear is used for ethanol. I mean, cassava is so, I don't know, it is, I don't know the English to use now, but cassava has a lot of varieties. Like, it has varieties of byproducts, and it is a crop that is easily grown in any part of the country, I hear. So anyways, this farm is in Ogun State, and I'm just showing you what the cassava plantation looks like. And I hear also that this is one of the most profitable crops in the country. I don't know how true that is, but that was what I heard. And also, I hear that if you want to make the most money from cassava farming, you should consider producing across the entire value chain. That is, maybe what's the English now? Ensuring that, you know, you produce gari, fufu, and the likes, and sell to the last, you know, consumer, and that's the way you will make your money. And I think it makes sense, but then I don't know if I would want to go through all the stress. But if we have any farmer in the house that may be able to speak to this, kindly advise your girl, because this is the modern farmer here. So anyways, after they cut off the cassava and everything, the women will load it in their various baths, and then they would stack it up in this pickup. Now, this pickup that you are looking at, this pickup is, I think this pickup is sold for between 70,000 to 85, no, between 70,000 to 75,000 naira. I think it's too small, because So maybe that's why farming is not really a successful business in Nigeria. But I think, I mean, the entirety of this pickup truck is sold for 70 to 75. And I'm hearing that it's because cassava is expensive in this period, that there are periods that cassava gets extremely cheap, and it goes, this truck, I said this truck, this pickup can go for as low as 30,000 naira. This, I don't want to produce that kind of thing. So I'm even thinking that 75k is small. But anyway, guys, that's that about cassava farming. And you can see they are loaded, and then they're on their way to supply to the person that bought it. So we harvested cocoyam. I am a lover of cocoyam, especially the red cocoyam. For the first time in my life, I actually saw how cocoyam is being harvested. As you can see, I think I'll call it a slob, a cocoyam slob, because I don't know what else to call it, or the cocoyam mother. So this thing that is about to pull out of the ground is actually what produces the cocoyam, and they are attached to the bottom of this thing. As you can see, that single one is attached to it. I think there are just two. But then I think as soon as they get matured, they get off the slope, and then they find themselves inside the, like they are inside the ground, like they just detach from the slope and then they go inside the ground. If you guys can see, this one stop I think produced about 8 to 9 cocoyams. And so harvesting cocoyam is interesting. Anyway, so once you harvest, once you take out the stop, then you start searching for other cocoyams that may be stuck in the ground. As you can see, it pulled out 2. But guys, look at this. I think we have about 8 or 9. I was really excited about this part because I love cocoyam. And I like the fact that I'm learning new things. I mean, and now I know where or how cocoyam is harvested. But guys, farming is a hard work. Oh, hey, under this hot sun, or more, it is not easy. So guys, look at the cocoyam that came out from that one spot, and that's how they go around the entire farm to harvest them. And then we decided to cook our cocoyam the local way in the farm. So you dig the floor and then put in the cocoyam, and then you light a fire or you set fire on it, and then the heat from the fire will actually cook the cocoyam. So here they brought it out to check if the cocoyam were ready, but they were not ready at this point, so they had to put them back in. And so at this point they brought them out, but the cocoyam was not ready. But guys, farm life is interesting. Like, we harvested something and we're eating it immediately. No preservation, no freezer, no nothing. It's actually very interesting. So the cocoyam wasn't done here, so we had to put it back into the fire. So that's it. Then this is the cocoyam after it was done. It was so hot. Can you guys see the smoke coming out of this thing? And then there's this special yellow yam that my father burnt alongside the cocoyam. You guys are going to see how nice. You need to know how nice this yam tasted. Tasted really nice. I can't remember the name it's called. It has one weird name, but I can't remember. Just enjoy how this yam. This yam was so sweet. Oh, hey God, sweeter than the normal yam. And so this is where division happened, and we devoured it. You should be able to trust me now. I mean that I like food. It was really nice. And then lastly, we visited the veggie farm. So this is the F4 they call F4 Shoko, I think. Yeah, this is the F4 they call F4 Shoko. And also, yeah, I think that's the only type of F4 that was planted on this. But this is not commercial use. This is for the farm ants, the guys that work on the farms, so that they can have something to eat. So this is why they planted it. As you can see, it's not so much, just a little. But then we now visited the tomato plantation very close to the veggie farm. You guys, look at the tomato plantation. This is a work of art, because guys, this is how they plant tomatoes. I'm sorry, I'm Omoko, like I'm seeing this for the first time, so I don't know, I'm so excited to share this. And at the same time, I love the fact that, oh, I'm learning new things. I'm going out of my own way to learn new things and understand how things are happening. Before now, I would have just said, well, let me sit down in my house and be enjoying myself. But this entire stretch is, for tomatoes. As you can see, that pipe is the artificial irrigation system that, that is fed into each line of that plantation. So whenever they pump water, they'll put, there's a lock that, they open, and then it gives that plantation water. The other side is meant for cucumber. This side is meant for cucumber, and is an entire, this is acres of land, guys. And the tomato plantation, this is also meant for tomato. This one that just started growing, the other side is meant for cucumber. And guys, this farmland is big, though it doesn't belong to, it's not our farmland though, but it's big, like big. And this is the first time I'm seeing a tomato plantation, and also the first time I'm seeing a cucumber plantation, even though I think they just started preparing the land for the cucumber. Anyway, guys, that is the end of my excursion to my father's farm land. Thank you all for staying with me, and I hope you enjoyed the content. Please, if you have any farming tips, kindly drop it in the comment section. Please don't forget to subscribe. Oh, please, please, please subscribe. And like I said, if you have any tips for any farming tips, kindly drop it in the comment section. Bye.